Hey guys, welcome to a brand new series of F1 2017 car comparisons. As you guys will probably know, there's classic cars in this year's game, so I thought I'd do some comparisons between the 2017 cars and their former cars, i.e. the Red Bull 6 from 2010 compared with the 2017 RB13, which we're doing today. I'm Joe if you're new around here, and you know, admittedly, I'm not the best at this game. You guys can probably do much better laps, but I thought it would be interesting anyway. Obviously, we've got the McLaren 2008 in the game. We've got a lot of Ferraris in the game. We've got a Williams car. We've got a Renault car. So it might be worth just comparing them, seeing what the differences are, and having a little bit of sort of analysis between how cars do. Today we have the comparison of the 2010 Red Bull and the 2017 Red Bull around the Red Bull Ring in Austria. I thought it was just right to do it at their home circuit, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. And I'll now hand over to myself and we'll watch the lap of the A1 ring with the RB6. So here we are then with the 2010 RB6. Initial thoughts of the car is that it was very light, it was lovely to turn around corners, and it was really good in the braking zones, but obviously a little bit slower in a straight line because we're using the V8 engines of yesteryear and didn't have DRS in this car. It'll be interesting to see whether that has an impact, because it's said that DRS gains about a second a lap. Sector 1 was alright, could have probably got a tenth or two out of that. And the exit onto this long straight wasn't at its best, but the braking down into this corner was very good. The acceleration of the car is pretty good. Obviously 7 gears in this car, so a little bit more stable with the gear shifts. A little bit wide going into that turn there, coming into the sector 2 split now, which was pretty good. I was very attacking on the end of this lap, using a bit of curb as we come towards the final couple of corners, but obviously Sebastian Vettel won the championship with this car and did very well in 2010. But how will it compare to the RB6? It's coming up to the line now, and it is a 109.517. So let's have a look at some of the stats. The top speed that we reached was 180 miles an hour. Sector 1 was a 17.7, Sector 2 31 flat, Sector 3 was a 21.7 with a fastest lap of 109.517. And now let's get into the RB13. Sorry about that cut there, but we get into the lap. It's looking good so far, obviously, going up on the Delta. A little bit shakier in the braking zones and probably a little bit more sluggish acceleration-wise as we come up the hill towards turn 3. And we're currently up on our Delta. Good first sector. This car obviously has a lot of downforce, and it has the DRS, worth about a second a lap. And certainly helps its top speed, as we see, coming in above 190 there, so that's probably going to make all of the difference in this experiment, if you like. Come through this turn, going slightly wide again, just as we did in the RB6, but a higher cornering speed, and not quite as attacking through these corners, but the increase in downforce in these cars allows us to really attack the next 2 corners. Obviously Daniel Ricciardo has won a Grand Prix this year in this car, but it's not quite the championship winning standard of the RB6. Coming up to the line, we do a 108.383, and that's a whole 1.3 seconds quicker than the RB6. So looking at the stats now, a 191 top speed, 17.2 first sector, a 30.6 second sector, and a 20.4 third sector, with a fastest lap of a 108.383. So if we look at the two side by side now, you'll hopefully see where the time was made going over the line, and we start the lap pretty well, to be honest with you, with both cars a nip and tuck through the first sector, going under that little advertisement sign, and coming up to the next one, you can see the RB13 is already slightly ahead, and as we come into the first sector split, the acceleration out of that corner has really helped the RB13 get ahead with the DRS as well. And you can see that that's probably what's making the difference right now. About a second a lap is the DRS, remember. So yeah, the cornering speeds here. I think the RB6 is slightly better through this section of the track, but obviously carrying a higher cornering speed is the RB13, and we listen to that as we go through the rest of the lap. Coming towards the end of the lap then, here it comes, the RB13 up to the line. What's it going to be? It's a victory by a good second and a bit there, and there is some of the stats up against each other. The 11 miles an hour straight line speed is what's killing it. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode. Make sure you do leave a like if you did enjoy, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys for my next car comparison, which will be between the F1, the F2007 and the F2017 around Monza. So I'll see you guys then. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.